All right, so here we go. So we already have the base coat already on this gas tank and clear coated. The base coat is a Harley Davidson Pewter Pearl. This is from Color Right. This is actually the people that we get the paint to match the factory paint. So this has already been clear coated, sanded already, and getting ready to lay down our stenciling. And our stenciling is basically going to look like that. And then we're going to shadow it down with some charcoal gray, and then we're going to lay some Kandy down. So let me go ahead and get started. Right, so we have the stencil laid out already, and we're getting ready to spray some Land Rover Stornoway gray or something. But anyway, so on this other side, I started laying out the fade already, so you can see how it's going to have a fade. So it'll be from darker and darker on top, and it'll start fading out to lighter. So once we take off the decal, it'll be lighter. The design will be lighter here, and it'll be darker on this side over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray this other side. Then I'll start taking the stencil off. All right, so we already sprayed the first part of silver. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna mix in the original silver with a little darker silver. If you notice, this one's darker. This is the original silver. So what we're gonna do is mix 25% of this to 75% of that. Brings us to that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and fade it so we can make it a little bit darker. So once we shoot our Kandy, these designs will stand out a little bit more than these designs over here on this other side. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to do that. Then we'll start taking the stencils off. All right, getting ready to start mixing the Kandy. So we're gonna use House of Color Brandy Wine KK01, and we're gonna mix some balancer in there. So balancer is just the stuff that you use to mix paint. And so basically I treat it like a base coat, clear coat. So I'm gonna start mixing this thing to 4:1, and then I'll start spraying it. All right, so there we go. This is 4 coats of the Brandy Wine Kandy on a 4:1 with the balancer and the Kandy. So you can see where it kind of fades off, or then it gets darker and darker. Next step is to pull all the tape off, pinstripe it, and then we can get ready to shoot the clear. Okay guys, we just finished doing the pinstriping, and this is to separate the Brandy Wine with the pewter. So we used some of our old vermilion one shot, used a Kafka brush. So it came out extremely nice. What we're gonna do is let that dry. Meanwhile, I'm gonna design some lettering that's gonna go here. We're gonna have Harley Davidson with some gold leaf, stripe it with the same vermilion and a little bit of black and shadow and stuff. So let me get started on the design. All right guys, so this is the design we came up with on the lettering. We already have one of the stenciling already on here. So our next step is to go ahead and cut it out with the X-Acto knife. Once we get that done, we'll tape up around it. We'll brush our glue on for the gold leaf, and then we'll start laying down the gold leaf. All right, so the glue's on already. It's kind of ready to get put on already. Here is our gold leaf, variegated gold. So what I do is I use wax paper. I put the gold leaf on the wax paper. It gives me the opportunity to cut it in whatever shapes I need or size I need, and that helps me not waste so much gold. On this side is already on. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna place the gold on there, get everything prepared, then I'll show you guys shortly after that. Okay, so here it is already laid out. So I do want to thank Edgar over at EDS Airbrush Graphics. I'll put his link down below because he helped me out with some glue to lay it down, because mine was too old and it was not drying. So he did give me some to finish this project up. But I also wanted to show you guys, this is something that I use. It's for the women or ladies to put on some makeup, and I normally go and I pounce it in there, and it helps me. I know that people make rollers and a bunch of different things, but it helps me get into the edges and the corners a lot better. So I'm gonna pounce it in for a little bit, let it dry, and then we'll come back and then brush off the excess part. All right, so we just finished doing the outline on the lettering. So that's our variegated gold with our one shot vermilion orange. So the next step is going to be to go ahead and let this dry, clean it up, and then we'll shoot the final clear to get ready to sand and buff. Alright guys, so here's the final clear. Came out pretty damn nice. I really like that color combination. So now we need to sand and get ready to buff. Even though it came out really nice and clean, can't feel the lines. So let me go ahead and start sanding so we can get ready to buff this thing. Alright guys, so there it is. Eddie's motorcycle. So we did quite a bit of stuff to this thing. Fishtails. And then we did motor work, Screaming Eagle 259 cams, and the custom paint. So this thing came out extremely nice. We did some air shocks also. So paint came out extremely nice. I like the way paint came out. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. We have more cool videos coming soon. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and follow. There's a lot of stuff going on at the shop right now, so thanks for watching.